Hi guys, it's Ray from R&S Farmstead. So it's about 7 o'clock this morning and it is humid out here. Oh my goodness. Got me a new hat. I love my hats. These are the Slogger hats. Love them. I wear them everywhere, every time I come outside. But I love them. I'm gonna have to get the cat from coming in. Chicken coop. Of course, shutting the door doesn't really matter. He just jumps over. But I haven't given you all an update in a while, so I'm gonna do that now. So let me turn this around. So here's the chickens. I haven't butchered them yet because, frankly, they're too skinny in my opinion. I fill them out and it just doesn't seem like there's any meat to them. So I was kind of doing some research and it turns out that William, what are you doing? That I'm not feeding them enough, or I wasn't feeding them enough. With 30 chickens, well, and of course including the ducks, they should get about 1/3 of a pound of food a day per chicken. So that's about 10 pounds of food that I need to be putting out here for all of them. And I haven't been doing that. Not anywhere near that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting out more food in hopes that they will get some meat on them so that I can go ahead and butcher them. And you know, because I would really like to butcher these chickens, because the longer they're alive, the more food I have to put into them, which means more money. And for the roosters, they're not doing me any good, except eating. So, because they're not at that point where they're breeding yet, and with that many roosters, there's just not enough hens anyway for them to be all happy. So I put some excess spaghetti, and so Huey, I don't know if you can see him, Huey is covered in, he's all orange. So there they are. The little roosters are crowing. It's kind of cute. You know, they're out here crowing. So I did a little, it looks a mess, I know people, but my chicken, the one that is laying, has been laying her eggs right under this bush. Right there. She gets out every day and, well, every other day, because she only lays like every other day now. Just where she lays her eggs. She gets out, she lays her eggs, she runs around the yard for a little bit, and then, she, comes back into the coop. Well, that's all fine and good for her because she gets back in the coop, but I don't really have a designated nesting box for them, so I made one. They don't really use it, but hopefully they will. When these get big, old enough to actually start laying, hopefully they will go in the box. Now, I just put some of these T-posts that we had left over and kind of put that in and put the pallets over it, and then I cut out this put these boards across, and then put cut out a hole and put some hay in there. They get up there and they kind of mess around, but so far no like eggs or nothing. And so you know, but hopefully I need a, you know, better lid, but there are some holes poked in there, so when it rains and stuff, it actually just, you know, comes out the bottom. That's pretty good. They have actually been up here because, you know, there's hay all up over here, so they do get up there, but you know, not as much. I need to clean out I'm gonna do that in a little bit. Clean out the pool for the ducks. I gotta scrub out all the algae and stuff out of there and stuff. But they're doing, you know, really good. I bought a hay bale, and they have completely in less than a day have there's no hay bale, just you know, stuff. I've got a temporary roof on Marie and Sylvia, just some particle board stuff, so you know, they've got their 2 areas. I put a bunch of hay in there because they poop in there, but they seem to like it. Poor Sully. Then, you know, the next thing I do is that I'm getting him a thing built. Now, I came out yesterday. I was kind of out of commission. I've been having some back issues the past week, and they gave me some pain pills and a muscle relaxer. So I came out here yesterday morning after I took them before it kind of hit me, and I fed them and watered them and all that good stuff. Well, I didn't come back out until this morning. And poor Sully had 6 chickens in there with him. 6. They ate all his food. I don't know if you can see in there. And they were, so now he's just, you know, kind of, he's got his space back. But 6 chickens in there with him. That poor baby, he didn't have no room. And I don't know how long, they were in there with him. You know, I do not see any chicken poop in there, so I'm thinking maybe they had just gotten in there. You know. Hey, Sully. Hey, baby. You're precious. But I'm going to get him his cage done ASAP. Because he's a really good boy. Aren't you, baby? He's a really good boy. He's a big boy. I didn't know how old he was when I bought him. They didn't know. So we are but when I got him home, I sexed him. He didn't, well, for lack of a better you know, there's no delicate way to put it, his testicles were not pronounced. I did not see testicles, but now he's got testicles. You know, about the time we moved out here. So they say, according to the internet, about 4 months, between 4 and 6 months old is when their testicles like become pronounced, and you can like see them without having to pick him up and look around. So I'm thinking he's about the same age as the girls, maybe a month older. So he's right around there. So he's just really big. I'm thinking like he's like part giant chinchilla or Flemish giant or something. They don't know what breed he is either, but he is a sweet boy, and I'm gonna get him his thing done just like within the next soon. He's, you know, and Sylvia and Marie, you know, they're sweeties. You know, they're old enough to breed now, but I don't want to breed them in the heat. So I'm not gonna, you know, it's just too hot. You breed them when it's too hot out. The babies have a chance of dying of heat stroke and stuff, and just not being able to survive in the heat. And I don't have any fans or anything hooked up out here, so it's just so I'm gonna wait till it starts cooling off to where you don't have this massive heat. And then of course too, I have 2 of them in there, and when you start breeding them, you really want them to have their own space. So I need another I need 2 more hutches. One for Sully and one for so they each have their own hutch. Before I breed them. So, but they're doing really well. I'm very happy with them. You know, I don't, I worry sometimes that maybe Sully is just like so big. He's like twice the size of them. They haven't really grown a whole lot since I got them. They've gotten bigger, but they're not anywhere near the size of Sully. So I wonder, you know, like with cows and goats and stuff, you know, if you want to breed the smaller bulls or the to the bigger female, the smaller to the bigger. That way, the cow isn't giving birth to, or the doe isn't giving birth to a baby that's bigger, you know, than she can handle. I don't know if it's the same with rabbits. I don't know if it's the same with rabbits, but they're sweethearts. I know I need to fill up your water and stuff, guys. Like, you look at Sully's paws. Sully's paws are huge, and Marie and Sylvia's little paws are so tiny. You know, and it's just like, oh, they're so tiny. But they have a blast. I gotta go back in the house and get them their water bottles. I haven't put any out the last couple days because it's been raining. And I may or may not put one out today. It's just, it's so humid out that I kind of want them to have something cool to lay up against. Just because it's so humid, but it might rain, so I don't want them to get too dependent on the, I mean, because they're going to be living their lives outside in southern Georgia, so I don't want their bodies dependent on something cool, because, you know, I want them to be heat tolerant. What, guys? What? And the ones with the little bands are the females. Isn't that right? Hey, Huey. They're like, the food's gone. I need more food. She's got spaghetti sauce on her. And William, he's being... They're big enough now where William doesn't really bother him. No, have nothing. So anyway, let me stop jibber jabbering and get into cleaning out their stuff. But it looks a mess, guys, but it's, there's a method to my madness. There's a method to my madness. So, y'all have a great day, YouTube.